Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have a full arsenal of Pacifica makeup, locked, loaded, and ready to do this to my face. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look with only Pacifica products, or you're just curious how Pacifica products perform, then stick around and let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to start with the Crystal Primer. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful. All of their packaging is pretty cute. And I'm going to get two. Alright, got 2 pumps of this. This is what it looks like. If you can tell, it's a little bit light catching. And we are just going to put this all over the face. One thing to keep in mind is that this brand has scent. I don't love that. Honestly, I have mixed feelings about Pacifica as a brand overall. I like some of their products a lot and I dislike others, and you're gonna see all the ones I do and don't like in this video. But that's something to keep in mind. So those of you that have really sensitive skin, like I do, this may not be the brand for you. Alright, so we are gonna go in with the Alight foundation. I have it in the shade 37WL, that's Warm Light. Alright, so I'm just gonna squeeze some of this on the back of my hand. I'm gonna go in with this Eco Tools angled foundation brush. This is what it looks like, and I'm just going to take this over the face. It is late at night and I cannot sleep because I tried my best to keep up a good quarantine schedule, and I did it for a couple days and now it's all jacked up. Last night I watched 2 full documentaries, one about life on Mars and how they found like evidence of water on Mars, and then the other one that I watched was about how they found the actual crater where the asteroid hit that wiped out the Cretaceous period, the dinosaurs. I'm gonna go in with another pump. But this is when I would like to be asleep and I was just wired. So I guess I'm not going to sleep and I'm going to film instead. Alright guys, so that is actually spread all over the face. I'm going to see what one side looks like if I just try to use this brush, and then I'm going to do a sponge on the other side. Alright guys, so this is the side with the brush. It did okay, but it's looking a little cakey, so I'm going to go in with this damp beauty sponge on the other side, and then I'm gonna kind of hit this side too, try to even it out a little bit. Alright guys, so the foundation is all blended in with the beauty sponge. This foundation, as you probably saw already, is pretty full coverage. It really packs a punch. But the nice thing is right now I have some texture. I mean, that's not nice for me, but it's nice for you guys because you can really see how it just behaves with texture. I don't think this is horrible. It's hydrating enough that it's not going to emphasize texture horribly. My overall thoughts on this foundation is that it's a little bit heavy. I don't think I love it as much as other people. However, it does have a place in my collection. It is one of the most full coverage, clean foundations that I have, and it does not irritate my skin, surprisingly. I don't really think there's a scent to this one, so that's also a plus. Alright, so with that all blended in, we are now going to go in with the Pacifica Liquid Cover Full Coverage Concealer. I have it in the shade 20 NF, Neutral Fair. I think I'm going to try to go for kind of a full coverage look today, since that is the way the foundation leans, just to also show you guys how these products perform when you really want to build them up and do something impactful. Alright, I'm just going to take that same damp sponge and blend this out. Alright guys, so our foundation and concealer are down, our base is finished, and this is what it's looking like up close. So I actually think that these products are looking really beautiful. They're looking a little dewy. They are not so dry that they're emphasizing the texture that I have on my face right now, and I'm kind of digging it. Alright, so just quickly, I'm going to take this Pacifica, it's a loose powder, their Cherry Velvet Matte Translucent Setting Powder, and just get a little bit on my brush, tap off excess, and then I'm gonna go in under the eyes. Please excuse the fact that I'm talking a little funny. I do have my aligners in from Smile Direct Club since it is so late. And really, I wear them most of the time throughout the day too, but I do take them out to film pretty often. Not that I really have that much trouble pronouncing stuff when I have them in, but sometimes it can sound or even look a little funny. Next up, we're going to be doing blush and highlight, and these are the products we're going to be using, both liquid. This one is actually meant to be a highlight. It's the Get Lit Multi Highlight from Pacifica in the shade Topaz. This really beautiful, like bronzy shade. And then this is a lip product from them. This is the Pacifica Plushious Liquid Mineral Lipstick. It's beautiful on the lips, but I swear it is the most beautiful liquid cheek that I've ever used. It's just gorgeous. So I've used both of them independently before. I kind of want to mix them and see what happens. So I have a little bit of that on my hand. And then I'm going to go in with this Topaz shade. The dropper is pretty good. And I'm just going to put one drop in there because the stuff is pretty concentrated. I'm going to mix that up on the back of my hand. All right, guys, I think that is looking beautiful. So I'm going to try just dotting this on the cheeks. And then I'm taking a clean end of my beauty sponge here and I'm just going to blend that out. I'm going to take the last bit of this that's on the back of my hand, kind of dot it and concentrate it on the apples of my cheeks. And then since this is kind of a highlight, I'm going to take it on my nose as well, just to get a little bit of glow. Guys, that was a brilliant idea. I'm a genius. I'm really interested to know what are the 2 or 3 or however many products, what is the concoction that you guys are most proud of that you've done at home? What do you love mixing together in your collection? I'm really curious. Let's move on to eyeshadow. We are going to be using the Pacifica Hemp Infused eyeshadow palette. These are what the shades look like. So it's supposed to be like a cosmic kind of vibe. I think that these are really beautiful shades. However, I've had some difficulty getting them to perform, especially with brushes. If you've had the same experience with this palette, let me know, and let me know what your tips are for getting the best out of these shadows. However, what I've found is that using my finger to apply these works really well. I have not attempted an entire eye look with my finger using this palette before, but that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna start with this quartz shade up here. It's just a nice beigey color, and I'm just gonna swipe that all over the eye. Alright guys, so that quartz shade is on my lids. It's really hard to tell because this is almost the same shade as my skin, but I promise you it's on there. So I have gone for the blues like Hot House and Worldly in this palette before. I've even used a little bit of the shade Milky Way. Those are the shades that kind of have given me problems, the more vibrant shades in the palette. So I actually think I'd be interested to see if this can achieve a more natural look, even if it's still a little glammy. Maybe I'll go into Lift Off here, this kind of orangey peachy shade. And I'm going to use this as a transition shade kind of in the crease. This is going a lot better already using my fingers than it did with a brush. I am really excited about this Chocolate High color. I've dipped into it before, but I don't think I've used it for a neutral look, so I'm going to go into this guy and try to go in the outer corner. Guys, this is really beautiful. Wow. I actually think these are performing like well with my fingers. I'm so excited about this. This is just how I have to use this palette. Alright guys, so that is Chocolate High on the outer portion of my eyes. I am trying to do more of a diffused look, mainly because I can't do a concentrated look with my fingers. Okay, so next I'm thinking that I want to shift a little bit pink and go into this Delphi shade, which is really glittery, if you can't tell, on the main part of the lid, and then I'm going to go into this really pale pink called Looking Glass on the inner portion. Alright, so I don't feel like Delphi did a ton I think you can see the pigment, but this eye doesn't look that different. All right, and then I'm going to take Looking Glass on my ring finger, and I'm just going to try to pop this in the corner of the eye. Okay, I love that shade so much that I kind of blended it up and over Delphi a little bit, just because for some reason Delphi is not super concentrated. Alright guys, so I've changed my mind on Delphi. I'm going to go into the shade Crystal Flower, which I have not used before, and I'm going to put that where Delphi was. Just go over top of it a little bit. Alright guys, so I do have an eyeliner, which I think is going to make this look a lot more put together. This is the Pacifica Natural Minerals eyeliner in the shade Jet, which is black. Alright, so what I'm going to use here is a technique that I use pretty often, and it's because I'm horrible at eyeliner. So I just put it kind of messily on the lash line, and then I'm going to go in with a slanted brush, and I'm just going to start on the inside of my eye and drag that pigment outward to kind of fan it out and give it more of a blown out smoky look. Alright guys, so I just used that slanted brush to drag that pigment a little bit. I do not have a mascara from Pacifica, so I am going to use the Thrive mascara, which I think is so good for kind of full coverage looks like this. So I have one brow product from Pacifica, and it is a eyebrow gloss and set. They call it the Stunning Brows, and I have it in the shade Golden Brown. This is what the packaging looks like. And as you can see, it is almost shimmery, which is really weird, I know, for a brow gel, but I actually really like it. It brings a little bit of warmth because I did get golden brown. Also, I got golden brown when my hair was a lot lighter, but I do really, really like this gel. It actually holds the brows in place really nicely, and it deposits almost the perfect amount of color, in my opinion. Oh, don't do that though. It is also the perfect balance between wet and dry. I have used eyebrow gels that are so wet that they just go all over the place and it's hard to control the pigment. This specifically, I think that is its best quality, is that it is a little bit wet. It's not so dry that you feel like you're brushing chalk through your brows or it's not gonna set properly. But, oh, it's just beautiful. Alright guys, so we are ready to finish up with some lips. I am going to use the Plushious Liquid Mineral Lipstick, which is the exact same formula as what we used on the cheeks earlier, but I'm going to use it in a different shade. This is the shade Velvet Kiss, I believe. So that's what it looks like on the back of the hand. So it comes across pretty dark, but it actually can be played off as a nude. I'm sharing it out for you guys so you can kind of see. So I'm going to use this kind of as a stain today, nothing too crazy, but you can build these up to really nice coverage. Okay, and then over top, I'm going to go in with the Enlightened Gloss Nourishing Mineral Lip Shine. I have this in the shade Nudist. This is what it looks like. I do need to go in with setting spray really fast. This is the Crystal Dew setting spray. This is what it looks like. The sprayer is actually really nice. So I'm going to take this sponge and just press the skin, even it all out, make sure that it's looking really, really nice and blended. Alright, so as you guys can probably see, this collection isn't perfect, and Pacifica still remains a gray area for me as far as my opinion of the entire brand. However, I think my favorite products from this look would be the Liquid Mineral Lipsticks, the Liquid Cover Concealer, the Topaz Highlight, and the Stunning Brows Brow Gel. So the gloss, the primer, the eyeliner, and the powder are all just kind of meh products to me. And then the products that I really am just, I don't even want to say are bad, I just don't know how I feel about them, are the Pacifica Light Clean Foundation, and I've been using this for a while. As you can see, I feel like it's just heavy enough to look a little bit cakey in places. I did go pretty heavy-handed today though with the foundation because I wanted to do a full coverage look. You can sheer this out and it is much more manageable. So like I said earlier, it has a place in my collection. I just am not reaching for it all the time. And then the eyeshadow palette. This kind of surprised me today, which is why I have moved it out of the like bad section of my mind. I was planning on ending this video with saying that I would not recommend buying this. However, using my finger for the entire eye look, I think pulled together the shadows really, really well. In my experience, going in with brushes just does not work very well in this palette. There are a couple, like the matte shades work a little bit better with a brush than the shimmer shades do, but altogether, every trick that I have up my sleeve that I would use to try to get an eyeshadow to perform, I've used on these eyeshadows, and it just doesn't happen with a brush for me. I don't know if I just got a weird palette or what. However, I do like the colors in this palette. I think they're fun, and for a supposedly clean beauty brand, and I'm not saying with those air quotes that Pacifica isn't clean, I'm just saying that's part of the gray area for me, is that some of their products are clean and some aren't in my mind, so I think that really is just defined by you, the consumer. Also, the setting spray is just okay, and it is super, super scented, just like the primer and the translucent powder, so it's not my favorite. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit that like button, or that subscribe button, or both, and I will see you in the next one. Alright guys, so that completes this full face of Pacifica makeup. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit like, or subscribe, or both, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.